Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So Notre Dame's offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
From the gun, the ground game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Stanford wants to push the pace. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results or work.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw, it's Moncrief. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Quarterback keeps it. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Off play action on first down. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Pulls and fires complete. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
On second down, looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And this is a defense that prides themselves on their ability to go sideline to sideline. It's going to be tough for this offense to go QB option in this game. And you just saw the speed of the defense right there getting a big stop.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass. It's Moncrief. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Tempo and overdrive. Back to the air one more time. On the run, fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these 3rd downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
The give to the back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Zings it complete to the right. Tackled after picking up the first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Working that left side now. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Off the play fake on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Back to pass, it's Moncrief. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On third down, going up top. He's going to run it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
He's got his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Stanford quickly to the line. Trying to get the edge on the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Stanford lines up to punt it away.
At 3rd and 2, you're usually thinking maybe something's going off tackle up the middle. They run the toss. How about the defense? Great job setting the edge, sprinting to the football, getting multiple hats there, getting the guy on the ground, stopping him short, causing a 4th down.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Dropping back, it's Moncrief. Gonna let it fly. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, and in this case, the right. And you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed, but it was a nice shot down the field.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. Still looking on the move. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Stanford wants to push the pace. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Works the middle. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Avoids pressure. Connection to the right. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Catch in the middle, it's Vaughn. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Vinny Vidi. Game I saw, I conquered, and that's precisely what the Ducks did. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. To throw, it's Moncrief. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's going to pass. He's got him in the flat. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your second sack. It's only the third quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The returner brings it out to the 38, and the Notre Dame offense will take over.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
The give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To the air. It's Moncrief. Feeling some heat. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Big time throw in that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. He's got it down the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Here's the handoff. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll go right back to it. Tough sledding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. The give on 4th down. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
First and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up with it.
Touchdown, Irish! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Houston went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Cougars always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Vaughn. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Gets rid of it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Moving away from pressure. He'll let it go down the right side. Lost the defense is wide open. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage bust.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Moncrief. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown! It's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Getting some heat. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the two-point try. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The play-action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The hand to the running back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Moncrief. He's moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He'll try the left side. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Stanford quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got the quick pass. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the returner will be knocked down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense set for a first down play. The running back has it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a...
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they swarm him under.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try the run. Sweet feet on the move. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense gets set for second down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He's going to take off. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab enough for the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Give to the running back.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the fourth down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
From the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Leaves it with the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has a 2nd down play. Right back to it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, They're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
After the stumble earlier